Here is the history of tango, and also don't forget to subscribe and also share this video. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers. Origins of tango. Tango emerged in the late 19th century in Buenos Aires, Argentina. It was born out of a fusion of African, European, and indigenous cultures that existed in the city at the time. The dance was initially performed in the working-class neighborhoods of Buenos Aires, and it was primarily danced by men. It was often performed in brothels and other places where men gathered to escape the harsh realities of their daily lives. Early development of tango. In the early years of tango, the music that accompanied the dance was simple and often improvised. It was typically played on the guitar, violin, and flute, and it drew on a wide range of influences, including African rhythms, European classical music, and indigenous melodies. The dance itself was also evolving, with new steps and movements being added over time. Popularization of tango. Tango began to gain popularity outside of Argentina in the early 20th century. In 1907, it was introduced to Paris, where it quickly became a sensation among the fashionable elite. Tango also made its way to the United States, where it was embraced by immigrant communities in cities like New York and Chicago. It was during this time that tango began to be viewed as a sophisticated and elegant dance, rather than a vulgar pastime. Golden Age of Tango. The Golden Age of Tango occurred in the 1930s and 1940s, a time when tango music and dance reached new heights of creativity and popularity. During this period, tango music was often played by large orchestras that featured multiple bandoneons, a type of accordion that is central to the tango sound. Tango dancers also developed new styles and techniques, including the close embrace style that is now closely associated with the dance. Decline of tango. Tango's popularity began to decline in the mid-20th century as other musical styles, such as rock and roll and salsa, began to dominate the cultural landscape. However, tango continued to be an important part of Argentine culture, and it remained popular in certain circles, such as the milongas, or dance halls, of Buenos Aires. Resurgence of tango. In the 1980s and 1990s, tango experienced a resurgence in popularity, both in Argentina and around the world. This was due in part to the efforts of a new generation of tango musicians, such as Astor Piazzolla, who incorporated elements of jazz and other modern music styles into their compositions. Tango also became popular in ballroom dance competitions, which helped to bring the dance to a wider audience. Contemporary tango. Today, tango continues to be a beloved dance form around the world. It has evolved in many different ways, with new styles and techniques being developed by dancers and musicians around the world. However, tango remains deeply rooted in Argentine culture, and it continues to be an important part of the country's cultural heritage. Tango festivals and competitions are held in many cities around the world, and there are numerous tango schools and dance clubs where enthusiasts can learn and practice the